Buying a new vehicle is easy at Max Motors with the Max Guarantee. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or we will give you $500 and a tank of gas. 1,300 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost.
MaxMotors.com. See dealer for details.
News is brought to you by Sweet Dreams Photography on the east side of the Butler Square. Seeing is believing. Check out their Facebook page for all the details. A cooler week ahead, more rain. Your forecast is coming up. First responders and police were called to a rollover accident yesterday around 5:30 p.m. at the I-49 entrance ramp at Passaic. A car with 2 occupants somehow shot over the entrance ramp guardrail and flipped end over end several times. One subject in the car was transferred by medical helicopter to a Kansas City area hospital. The other person, however, fled on foot and was taken into custody by Bates County Sheriff's deputies a short time later. More details on this coming soon from the Bates County Sheriff's Office. It was a fairly busy weekend for local authorities. There were 2 fires, both of suspicious origin, one a shed in Foster and the other an abandoned farmhouse a few miles northwest of Passaic. While investigators don't think the 2 are related, they are still seeking leads at this time. A tractor stolen in rural Butler was taken for a joyride, including a few passes through a resident's front yard, and eventually ended up stuck in a field northeast of town. The owner, Jim Smith, says the tractor has extensive damage, not to mention it was stuck to the axles in mud. And while he's glad to have it back, if anyone has information on the subject who stole it, please contact the Bates County Sheriff's Office. The Butler Police Department is seeking assistance in solving a theft that occurred last week. The couple shown here is wanted for questioning. If you know who they are, please call 660-679-6131. Your tip can be anonymous. The Harrisonville Police Department is looking for a missing person that could be in our area. Her name is Judy and was last seen wearing black jeans and a pink shirt. If anyone has information, please contact the Harrisonville PD or call 911. The Bates County Sheriff's Office was busy in the overnight hours on Saturday. There were 2 police pursuits, one ending in an arrest and the other with a subject who escaped into a home in rural Adrian. It appears the vehicle driven by the second subject had a stolen license plate out of Clinton, Missouri. The Sheriff's Office will have more details on both of these situations in the next day or so. While we announced this week the Butler Youth Advocacy Center will not be open this year, some more bad news. The Poplar Heights Farm Summer Festival has been canceled due to COVID concerns. Those of you who'd like to plan ahead, though, the festival is rescheduled for June 5th and 6th of next year. And it was announced recently the Rich Hill Youth Center is permanently closed as well. Now, how about some good news for a change? The Butler Chamber of Commerce is going ahead with plans to hold the annual Hucksters Day celebration. It'll be on October 3rd on the Butler Square. They're adding some events this year, including a chili cook-off and a car show, which is great because cruise nights this summer were scrapped due to health concerns. And a little more good news, if you're a history buff or would just like to get out and enjoy a good program, plan to drive out to the Battle of Island Mound historic site west of Butler this Thursday evening. Bates County Museum curator Peggy Burr will talk about some of the men who fought in the battle on that site. The fun begins at 6 p.m. Thursday night. And real quick, the Grand Marshal for the annual Amsterdam Jubilee has been chosen. Leona Hale, owner of Leona's Mini Mart, will lead the parade this year. And we want to mention the Jubilee is also looking for vendors for the festival that'll be held on the 4th Saturday in September. You can look them up on Facebook for more information. Also, royalty candidates are needed. Call 660-424-4125 for more info. We'd like to throw out a real quick congratulations to Adrian High School student Hunter Nelson. Just recently, Hunter, a budding fireman, just passed his NREMT class on the first try. And for the record, it's a tough test. Anyway, Hunter is now a nationally registered emergency medical technician. Good job, Hunter, and good luck in your career. We'd also like to recognize a Miami graduate, Charles Johnson, who was selected to receive the Mike Rowe Works Foundation Work Ethics Scholarship. The money will be used towards classes as he will be attending the Missouri Welding Institute in Nevada. Mike Rowe, star of TV's Dirty Jobs, offers a scholarship every year to motivated high school seniors. And again, we say, congratulations, Charles. And while we're giving out attaboys, the city of Rich Hill is proud to announce that water plant operator Larry Ramage, shown here on the right, was recently awarded the honor of Operator of the Year. Ramage was chosen out of a group of several hundred water operators in western Missouri. Well, it appears that all local schools will start the new year in the classroom. We planned on providing details on how things will be handled for each district. However, after looking at the huge list of conditions and information, we can only recommend that you visit your district's webpage and Facebook page to find out everything you need to know. And fingers crossed that kids will be able to continue to physically go to school. The challenges of juggling work and online learning is very demanding for parents. In obituary news, graveside services for Anthony Adams, 46, of Butler, will be held at 10 a.m. this Thursday at Oak Hill Cemetery in Butler. Visitation will be just prior to services beginning at 9 a.m. at the Schoengert Funeral Chapel in Butler. Services for Robert Gibson, 54, of Butler, will be held at 3 p.m. tomorrow at Atkinson Funeral Home in Harrisonville, with visitation beginning 1 hour prior at 2 p.m. A celebration of life will be held tomorrow at 2 p.m. for Nancy Winters, 78, formerly of Amsterdam, at Schoengert Funeral Chapel in Butler. Visitation will begin at 1 p.m. with annulment to follow services at West Point Cemetery in Amsterdam. Peter Wessel, 62, of North Carolina, passed away August 4th in Adrian. Cremation services will be held at a later time and are under the direction of Mullinex Funeral Home of Butler. Online condolences may be left at mullinexfuneralhome.com. A celebration of life for Robert Johnson, 85, of Butler, will be this Wednesday with visitation starting at 10 a.m. and services to follow at 11 a.m. at Schoengert Funeral Chapel in Butler. Burial will be at 3 p.m. at Mount Moriah Cemetery in Kansas City, Missouri. Weather is brought to you by Harrell Construction, whose commitment to quality is as solid as concrete. They keep adding rain to the forecast. Today we'll see scattered thunder showers, maybe some strong winds, and a high near 90. It'll be rather steamy this afternoon. That chance of rain will continue through tomorrow, in fact, the rest of the week, but slightly cooler. High tomorrow in the lower 80s. Stray showers on Wednesday, back in the upper 80s, and it's going to be pretty much the theme through the rest of the week, with spotty showers in around the mid 80s. And that is your news for now. Stay safe.